Good morning everyone. Welcome to Banao Bharat's Trading for Living Thursday expiry live session. Markets are in slightly negative zone today. You can see here Nifty is currently trading at 18,256. If you see yesterday's movement, Nifty opens lower at around 18,300 levels. 18,284 was the exact low price for yesterday. After that, it makes a pullback attempt and goes up to 18,394, which happens to be the lower high. So after having made a lower high at 18,394, it does not sustain and it continues to fall down, makes a new low at 18,265, comes back and closes at 18,300. Today, continuing with yesterday's downfall, it opens lower and makes one small pullback attempt, goes up to 18,305, but then again fails and continues to go lower. Currently, it is trading at 18,236. 241, which happened to be the morning low, can be thought of kind of a small support zone. 2 days of fall. After that, though the pullback is not there, maybe from here on there will be some support for Nifty. If it is not sustaining on that one single candle which has now just cut, then we may have to rethink our strategy. Well, today is monthly expiry, weekly expiry also. So it's going to be action packed day. Lot of positions will get closed down. So mostly, here this support zone may be held or may be broken decisively, but looking at the global trends, looking at the weaknesses in the global markets, there is not much hope for today's support zone here. Let us also see Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty, you can see here yesterday it opens at around 43,825, makes a pullback attempt, goes up to 44,014. Again, it was a lower high. Day before yesterday, high was 44,080. After having made a lower high, it does not sustain there and falls down. By the end of the day, closes at around 43,700. Today in the morning, opens in continuation with yesterday's downtrend, goes down and is staying down for large part of the day today. Bank Nifty is more decisively weak. Currently trading at 43,511 after having made a low of 43,468. Today being a monthly and weekly expiry, if you see this week's price action, you can see here this is the chart of Bank Nifty for last 5 days, May 19th to today May 25th. From the lows of 43,500, it went up to 44,080. 43,524 was Friday's low. On Friday itself, it made an attempt to pull back and crossed 44,000 and made a high of 44,016. Then on Tuesday, it made a high of 44,020. On Wednesday, it made a high of 44,080. All along, the highs that were once it was taken out, it is just touching the highs and coming down. Each day it touches previous day's high and comes down significantly. You can see here same thing happened on Tuesday, same thing happened on Wednesday also, and again yesterday it didn't even try to cut previous day's high and it collapsed and closed weaker. So Bank Nifty's chart, if you see from the lows of 43,524 in this week beginning on Friday until 44,080, that was day before yesterday on Fin Nifty expiry day, and now currently trading at 43,500. It just completes the bell curve without any significant gains either for bulls or for bears in this weekly settlement. Looking at Nifty chart, Nifty opens at around 18,084 on Friday, that was on May 19th. From there on, the pullback attempt is made from 18,084 goes up to 18,429. Good significant movement for 3 days. On Friday itself there was a good pullback. After having made a good pullback on Friday, the pullback is sustained and continued even on Monday as well as on Tuesday. But yesterday, it tries to make one attempt to make new high, but it fails, tops out at 18,394, and from there on you can see currently trading at 18,229. But still, when you take a 1 week view on the market, this 5 days, if you see, it started off the journey at 18,084 and still above the lows of Friday, which means it is about 150 points still above the lows. So looks like some amount of money has been made by the bulls in this up move in last couple of days in Nifty. But coming to Bank Nifty, there has been absolutely no gains whatsoever, because the pullback on Friday itself was at around 44,000. After that, each day it tries to make a new high but fails and comes down, and today it is decisively down in both Nifty as well as Bank Nifty. So generally, how does the market move? Market, I keep telling all my clients that more than the events, more than the news, market moves faster and quicker and in the direction of how the position has already been held by the market participants. At any given point of time, there are certain positions in the market. So market participants are already holding certain views. So based on that is what market generally moves. It looks like market moves based on news or events, but even before the news or event happens, the positions are already taken in anticipation. So because of which, when the news or event is out, then more clarity comes, and accordingly either profit booking or short covering or whatever is the next course of action happens in the market. But based on the news or based on the events, the fresh positions are always limited. Whenever you see, when some news or events come, at that time the action is more of the existing players trying to somehow book their profits or somehow cover up their losses. The whole game plan or the whole action is based on that. It is not based on the fresh positions. Nobody, the market participants, the real market participants with some decent cash, they will not wait for news to emerge and then take a view. In fact, the smart people will take a view even before the news emerges, and the moment the news emerges, if there is surprise or no surprise, based on that, the existing players, they fight it out for exiting their positions either in profits or in loss. So that is what happens. The fresh money coming in based on news and event is always limited. Please keep this in mind. Any news or any event, we already know, there is going to be an event at some point in time in future. We don't know the outcome of the event, but we know there is an event. It could be RBI policy. We already know the dates for RBI policy. We already know the dates for Fed policies. We already know the dates for quarterly results or half yearly results or annual results of the companies. So there are people always take positions in anticipation and not based on the actual facts. So supposing there is a news that RBI, SBI or Reliance will come out with its quarterly results. We don't know what is the quarterly result, but we know there is a quarterly result coming. So that event is enough for people to take position based on their own analysis methodologies and based on their own existing awareness about those stocks or companies. They will think either the result will be good or result will be bad, and the positions will be taken even before the events happen. Once the events come out, the result might be disappointing, results might be as per the expectations, or the results might be exceeding the expectations. So based on those result outcome, the existing players who are already sitting on position either on the long side or on the short side, they will frantically want to come out of the position because they took the position before the event. So most of the activities on an event day will be of existing players fighting out to exit their position either in loss or in profit. On an events day, there won't be fresh money or fresh positions being taken up. Even if those fresh positions are taken up, it is only overall activity. When you see, it will be only 20%. 80% of that day's activity will be mostly the fight between the players who are already in that position, and 20% will be the fresh positions based on the news. So this is the takeaway for today's session. Today is a weekly expiry, monthly expiry, and let us not waste much time on the market knowledge. Instead, we can see ourselves with the price action. Currently, Bank Nifty trading at 43,509, about 210 points lower on the futures, and Nifty futures is trading at 18,232, about 63 points down in Nifty futures. Nifty spot about 55 points down. Nifty Bank 180 points down. Well, what is the view from here on? From here on, with respect to Nifty, maybe Nifty has some support here because it has not fallen enough, and these price actions might give support. But looking at the global trends and global action in Dow Jones and Nasdaq, there could be continued weakness also. But play whichever direction you can play in that direction, provided you have a proper stop loss. When it comes to Bank Nifty, there is no immediate sell call or buy call in Bank Nifty, but Nifty has some support at 18,241. From there on, it is now currently trading at 18,227. So it is trading lower and with good volumes also. So whether it is taking a support or not, only the time will tell. But if you are playing, play long and with proper stop loss of about at least 40 to 50 points. If you have 40 to 50 points stop loss, you can trade Nifty on the long side. And coming to Bank Nifty, there is no trade yet. It has made a low of 43,461 from the highs of 43,700. On the overall weekly basis, it is cut Friday's low also. So there is not much hope of recovery from here on, but depending on the coming up price actions, we may get some buy signals or sell signals, but until then there is no effective trade available in Bank Nifty. So that's it for now. In case you are liking the content on Banao Bharat's channel, do subscribe to the channel and come with your queries during the live sessions. We'll be glad to look into those stocks and suggest you whatever we can infer from the charts. All of these suggestions will only be for educational purposes. You will have to use your own discretion, your own understanding, your own knowledge and wisdom to make a decision of making use of this information or not. Better so will be to consult your financial advisor for any kind of your financial decision, especially if you are having a different domain knowledge, and if you don't know enough about finance. Finance is also a complex subject matter, just like any other subject. It's not going to be like you can't master the subject of finance in few years. It will take many years for you to master the art of trading. So if you are not having enough time to spend, then it is always better to seek a financial advisor, or if you are really having some passion towards stock markets, then it is better to learn the mechanics of stock market from an authentic source. We here at Banao Bharat have started off with trading for living boot camps as well as coaching programs, wherein we try to make a honest attempt at teaching the market participants about the pitfalls and how to really study the environment and make some prudent decisions, so that you can stay in the game for long and in the meanwhile learn your own methods to survive and make profits. Well, we will once again meet tomorrow with a fresh perspective on the market. Until then, Om Swasti.